know why, but this light's making me look like an Oompa Loompa. My face isn't that bad, guys, but it's like coming up looking like really oily or shimmery, or it's making me look really yellow. I don't know why. Pigments in it. Maybe I should sit this far back. Hey guys, it's Jacqui here. Welcome to my channel. Today I am doing the new mum tag, the Emily Norris mum tag. So today, guys, I have been tagged by the beautiful Heidi from Sincerely Heidi. That's her channel. If you guys don't know her, please go and check her out. She's honestly such a beautiful, sweet, sincere person. Very honest, and honestly very funny also. She makes me laugh very much. So she does lots of vlogs on her channel. She does hauls. She's doing a series called A Chatty Wednesday, which I really love. That's why I say she's funny. She talks about a lot of different things on her Chatty Wednesday series. There's also some cleaning thrown in there, decluttering thrown in there. So you guys, honestly, you will not be disappointed visiting her channel. So go and check her out. So thank you, Heidi, for my tag. I'm stoked to be doing this. Okay guys, let's jump straight into it. I've got my notes with me and I have got my questions with me here. So let's get right into it. Okay, I must say, we've just been at a kiddie's birthday party with my 3 little ones. So we've just got home. I've just got the 3 of them to bed. So they're all sleeping. Let's fingers crossed that they're going to stay sleeping. And I'll just try and keep my voice down. So number 1 question, a favourite mum hack. So this for me would have to be my 2 eldest boys, 4-year-old, 2.5-year-old, wear nothing but black socks. Black socks are the go in my house. I normally buy them from Next online, the Next store. What is it? Next UK. And all black, whether they're higher socks, higher ankle socks or higher socks, doesn't matter. They're all black. And my 2 older boys take the same size, so I've got like 30 pairs of black socks, and I never have trouble pairing them up, or black socks never get dirty. I'm never having to de-stain them and things like that, like white socks do. So black socks are my mum hack. And most embarrassing mum moment, baby spews, baby poos, right? Heading out to the mall one day, my littlest guy Hunter, so that's 4 years ago now, I just finished feeding him in the car, I think. Just a quick feed before we went into the mall, just to tie him over and keep him happy, as you do. And I hadn't realised, but when I picked him up and putting him back into his pram to push in there, excuse me, I could smell something. I could smell something terrible. After, like, I'd already gone in the mall, and I could smell the smell, and I hadn't realised that he had had a total blowout on his pants, and it had seeped out the side, and this poo was, oh my gosh, on the side of my top as well. It completely stunk, guys. You know that creamy baby poo? Yeah, embarrassing. So luckily I had my wipes. I was baby wiping myself down in the toilet, trying to get us tidied up. Well, of course I had him spare clothes in my nappy bag, but not me. So yeah, I had to go to Kmart and buy myself a new top to get rid of that. Yeah, that was the most embarrassing. Okay, what's the next one? What part of the day do you love the most? I would have to say for this one, I really love mornings. And why I love mornings is because my boys normally wake up really happy. We get to have really nice morning snuggles. Yeah, before we start getting on with the day, I like those morning snuggles. What part of the day do you like the least? I would have to say evenings, definitely. Around that 5 o'clock grumpy time. Evening is the worst time of the day in my household. Everyone's grumpy about 5 o'clock. It's called witching hour for a reason. Babies get totally grumpy at that time. Everyone wants to feed, get their pajamas on and go to bed. So, that's the worst. The worst thing someone said to you when you were pregnant? Not something so worse, but I mean, I always got the lots of, wow, you're looking so big, and, you know, and especially males would say that, like, wow, that's a, you know, you're looking massive. And I'm thinking, really? Okay, guys, my babies were not massive. I had my first one was a 5 pound, then I had a 4 pound, and then I finally hit 6 pound with my last one. Baby name you didn't agree on. Do you know what? I don't think we had one. I've been racking my brain for the life of me. I was really lucky because I got to choose the first names of my kiddies, and my partner got to choose the second names, which are all like, our first child has his middle name, my partner's middle name, and his dad's, that's Stephen, so that's both him and his papa's middle name. My second child has his uncle's name for his middle name, and then my third child has his other uncle for his middle name. So all of his family's in the middle names, and I got to choose all of the first names, which were completely random, that I liked. Not many of them, but I liked them. So, do you co-sleep? Well, I don't really like to, but I mean, with my first, they sleep in their bed for so long. They do come into my bed for a feed, and then I put them back into their beds once they finish feeding. But I mean, they will lie with me in bed and you know, while it's dark, and feed, and then I'll pop them back. My 4-year-old, my oldest, has always come into our bed without a fail, like at least any time from 1, 2 o'clock in the morning onwards, sometimes 5 o'clock, just depending, but he will always come in our bed without fail, jump in the middle of us, and yeah, cuddle up. No. Something you bought and never used. Well, the one thing I can think of for this is, do you know those baby safe sleeps? It's got like a triangle pyramid thing on one side and the bottom, and then a triangle thing on the other side. So I can't even do it. There's like 2 triangle things and then the flat thing in the middle, so they don't roll over. The hump on the other side will stop them from rolling. I don't know. It goes in their crib. I think it's a safety sleep. My hair's crazy. But yeah, that's one thing I never used, and I've had it for 3. I've actually kept it here, just in case I'd use it with my next one. But for 3 children, I've never used it for my newborns. So, no, waste of money. 3 things must-haves in the hospital bag. Do you know what I'm gonna say? I like to have a squeezy bottle. So, you know, afterwards, cleaning down there, all of that stuff. When you go to wee, I squeeze it at the same time and let the water flush and soothe that whole area. So a squeezy bottle, and there's these little green sachets called Ural. I might insert one here. And you, as soon as I had baby, I drank you put 2 and they dissolve into water. Drink it up, and it's a urine dose, and I drink them for the first few days after. So every time I'm gonna wee, it makes the wee not sting. I don't know. Yeah, alkalizer, something like that. Are you a routine mum or go with the flow mum? I'd have to say I'm a routine mum, and I've learnt that the hard way. I mean, I am a pretty cruisy mum, but I do like my routines, especially with 3 now, trying to get out the door in the morning. We need to be on time, on ready, and I mean, by the time it takes me to dress 3 little ones and then myself, there goes an hour of the time getting ready. By the time I feed everyone and get that sorted and done, there goes another half an hour. So yeah, I need routine. Evening, I love routine. I like getting my boys fed, bath. If they have a bath, they don't have a bath every night, maybe if they're dirty, but otherwise every second night. And then off to bed, normally by 7:30. I like go to bed. It's my time now, and I like to have my time strictly. That's why they need to go to bed. So I have a few hours to myself because I spend every waking hour of the day with them. So I need a little bit of sanity time. Right, what was the next one? And what does bedtime? Well, I pretty much just said that. Bedtime is, yeah, food, dinner, food, and then they know they wash up or have a bath or shower, and then we have a book and go to bed. So that's our routine. What type of labour did you have and what pain relief did you choose? Well, with my first little guy, I had such a complication. My whole placenta ripped away at 32 weeks. Well, not my whole placenta, it was still hanging on, but majority of it. I had a huge contraction one night. My placenta came away, and I just slept on it because I didn't know what happened or what. Yeah, my whole tummy, I'd filled up with blood. Next thing, 4 o'clock in the morning, I thought I was weeing my bed, but I was blood everywhere, and I was rushed to hospital. We monitored him quickly and settled me down, and actually he still had a heartbeat because I slept with him that whole night. It was really dangerous because my stomach was rock hard and filling up. I'm not one to fuss or make anyone else fuss, so I slept on it. I thought I'll just sort it out in the morning. I'm not too sure what that was, but actually the huge contraction was actually my placenta coming away from the wall. So I was lucky there was a heartbeat in there in the morning. The whole ambulance ride to the hospital, I was just crying. I just want a heartbeat. I just let me listen, and they would not let me until I got to the hospital. They finally put me on to the monitor, and finally I heard a heartbeat. He was still there, luckily, but he was pretty distressed. Anyway, so we made him stay. So that was at 32 weeks. I had that whole drama go on. I was in and out of hospital. We managed to keep him in there incubated. I was staying in hospital 5 nights at a time, 6 nights. I'd go home for a day or two and start bleeding heaps again, so I'd go back. So it was a bit of a drama. But we managed to make him last to 37 weeks, and then he wasn't growing anymore because my placenta came away. The poor little guy, there wasn't enough blood, it wasn't feeding him enough, all of the rest of it, and he completely stopped growing. So we had to induce me and make him come at 37 weeks. And with that induction, that happened also fast. I went from having the gels and the sweep and breaking my waters to it was a whole 1 hour, from 0 to 10, ready to push in 1 hour. It was massive. And then so that wasn't too long, and I had no time. That was the most painful thing in the earth, that labour. But I had no time to get an epidural. I was about, I said, can I have one? It was too late. I was already 10 centimetres. So the second guy, he decided to come early completely. He was another small baby, and he came by 35 weeks. He was 5 weeks premature. So he came at 35 weeks, and he was only just hitting 4 pound. He was a tiny little tot that fit in our little hands, and he was in an incubator, and we stayed in NICU with him for 2 weeks until he was 37, and then we got to bring him home. So when I was 35 weeks, I was actually going to work. I just got ready for work in the morning. I felt the niggles. I got in the car, and I didn't know what was going on. We thought I actually might have a urinary infection, and it was giving me a few contractions and upsetting my uterus a little bit. But when I got to hospital and hopped on the monitor, because I went to work, and my manager was like, what are you doing here? You've already had complications with your first. Go to the hospital now. And then when they hooked me up to the monitor, they could see all the contractions, and they thought, oh, maybe it's just your UTI. No one checked me out at all, no one. And luckily, my backup midwife, partner in crime to my one that I have, was coming through and said, oh, Jacqui, you're here. And she said, hang on, yes, I can see the contractions on the machine. Let me just give you an examination. She checked me out, and I was already 8 centimetres dilated. So the whole time I was sitting on the bed having these contractions, I was dilating the whole time, and I had no pain relief, no time for anything. And I mean, they weren't that sore because I wasn't crying. I was just sitting on the bed, and I was like, yeah, I can feel that. But they're thinking, oh, it's urine infection, whatever, it's upsetting you, it's a bit sore. But because I wasn't making any fuss and I wasn't dying, no one took me seriously until this lady checked me out, and literally the other midwife there said, oh, we were about to send you home, love. We didn't think it was anything major. And then lucky, the backup midwife came through and gave me an exam and said, you're 8 centimetres. And then I had to ring my partner and say, get here, get here, get here. And then and the midwife said, hurry up, she's going to have this baby in half an hour. And I was on my way to work that morning. So he luckily made it. to the hospital just in time. I was trying to hold on, and he made it. Yes. So that was number 2, and then number 3, sorry guys, this is a long story. Number 3, we just made it to the hospital. Actually, I dropped my kids off in the morning. They're all morning babies for some reason. I don't know why, but I like to have morning babies. I went and dropped my eldest boy off at kindy. I was mucking around down there talking to the teachers for like, my partner had rushed home from work when I said I was niggling, because he's like, nah, I know you have babies, you know, straight away. I rang in the midwife at 9 o'clock and said, hey, I'm having these niggles, blah, blah, blah. And she said, oh, you know, wait at home until, blah, you know, you feel, yeah, you feel ready and whatever. And I thought, no, this is, you know, they come pretty fast and they're pretty small. So my partner beat me home. He came home in the traffic in the morning rush, was at home here, and he said he was waiting at home here for like 40 minutes while I was talking to the kindy teachers down the road. Got home and he's like, get in the car, get your bags, you know what you like. The hospital ride's a good 25 minutes. The whole way to the hospital, I was sitting on my hands on my seat going, I didn't want to tell my partner, but I was like, oh my gosh, this baby's, I'm trying to hold on, this baby's coming. And I knew it. The whole car ride there, this baby was coming. So as soon as I got there, I said, I can't walk up into the hospital. I have to sit in a wheelchair, because if I walk, I feel like I really need to push, like this baby's coming. So again, I didn't need any pain relief. I was trying to do the housework and get all my house tidied up for whoever else was going to watch my kids. And he was just saying, get in the car. So I made it to my room upstairs, and then I was literally holding my legs closed saying, hurry up midwife, because I called her on the way. They said, hurry up, I'm on my way. And I literally went in the room and they didn't sort me out. I went in the closet, I grabbed my own labour gown, and I put my labour gown on, and I sat on the bed and I said, right, I'm ready. From just walking in the hospital with, you know, 5 minutes to spare. And then I was trying to hold my legs closed, waiting for my specific midwife. As soon as she walked in, I was already in the midst of pushing. She was putting her gloves on, and then, yeah, a minute later we had a baby. So no, we had no pain relief for that one either. So I've been really lucky with bearing down and getting these babies out, and the contractions haven't been major. I just potter around, talk to everyone, and do what I do. Have you ever been mum shamed? No, not that I know of. Yeah, no. Most probably, but who knows. Biggest challenge you've faced since becoming a mum? Biggest challenge. I think the biggest challenge for me is, do you know, I'm with my kids 24/7, 7 days, so that's 24 hours, 7 days a week. I am always with my kiddies. We have no family around us, no support. It is just, my partner goes to work, I'm a stay-at-home mum, and we have no one here. It is just me, 24/7. My kids have not spent one night away from me. I can count on my hands how many times they've been away from me. My eldest boy's been with his grandparents once to something, and that's it. None of my others have been and stayed anywhere or done anything. So it's really sad. I think so. That's my biggest bit. So I'm with them all the time. So when I step away and my partner watches them, which isn't very often because I don't like to step away so much, I get really bad separation anxiety. That's why I don't go. So big for me. I start to feel sick, I'm tearful, and I don't even enjoy my time going and being away. I mean, sometimes you need that refresh, maybe 5 or 10 minutes. Go and have a coffee down the cafe down the road, and then come back and I feel heaps better. Or even just get into my car and driving to the end of the road maybe, and coming back, I'm better now. Best bit of advice. This is from my Nana. She's now 92. And do you know, she was always saying, enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. Honestly, the days fly by. Before you know it, they'll be gone. So no matter what type of craziness is going on, and you're stuck in this bubble of tiredness and you know, all of this going on, you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel, and just, she's always said to me, enjoy the crazy times, enjoy all of it. Like, honestly, love, before you know it, time will be gone like that, and you won't even really remember your little kids, memories of your little kids growing up. Like, she's kept telling me, you know, it's really sad how you honestly forget so much. I'm thinking, how can you forget when I'm stuck in this time? It's craziness. Oh, I'm never going to forget. But honestly, even when I look back now, I think, oh, my 4-year-old, like, thinking back to his younger days, it's gone so fast. And I honestly have forgot lots of memories. I do. I mean, I remember lots, but there's lots that I don't. So that's why I'm glad I've got YouTube videos I can look back on. And lots of camera photos these days. So, yeah. Who's your mum crush? Well, do you know, guys, I don't honestly have a mum crush. I have so many cool mama friends on here on YouTube, and I honestly love them all. I love a specific thing about each one. I think, wow, you're just amazing, and wow, I really admire you for that. So there's something different in everyone. I can't just choose one person. No. No, no, no. And let me have a look. Who am I going to tell? I didn't even realise that my camera was not turned on again recording. So I'm just doing this quickly as a voiceover. And sorry guys, there's something about all of your names that I can't really say. I hope I say it right. No offense. So I'm going to choose Vara from Vara Vanner channel. I'm going to choose Sarah from McGlorious Life. G from TheRoseSquadVlogs. Kelsey from Kelsey and Hadley. Christina from Christina DePino channel. And the final one that I choose is Chrissy from CRISSY'S Life. Okay guys, I look forward to all of your answers and hope you have fun doing this tag as well. Okay guys, much love. See you next time. Bye.